say thank you for that. So good job, boys and girls, showing your cares this afternoon. We're going to go ahead and get started. So this is a cares assembly that we have at the elementary school once a month. I am Mrs. Clay, the principal here. We have Mrs. Jacobs, who is the assistant principal, for those of you who haven't met her yet. We have Mr. Linsmeyer, who is our new counselor this year, and Mrs. Fritchie, who is also a counselor. And of course, we have Lego Man. So let's go ahead and get started this afternoon. We are going to go ahead and start with kindergarten students of the month. These are children who have been nominated by teachers, staff around the building for showing great cooperation, not just one day, not just 2 days, but the entire month. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first kindergarten student of the month we have is Tatiana Carpenter. Come on up, Tatiana! She knew it was going to be her. All right, next up we have Julia Jansky. Come on up, Julia! Next we have up for kindergarten, Mr. Joseph Wyman. Come on up, Joseph! All right, next up for kindergarten, Miss Brinley Marino. Come on up, Brinley! They get smaller and smaller every year, I think. Okay, next up for kindergarten, we have Miss Evelyn Grace. Come on up. And last but not least for kindergarten, we have Evan Weatherly. Come on up, Evan. fourth grade, they plow us over, right? Okay, last but not least, first grade student of the month, Mr. Silas Underdahl. All right, boys and girls, sitting in the crowd for all of these kids. If it were up to us, we'd have every single one of them up on stage, every single one. They show tons of cares throughout each and every day. The next two that we have, the specialists choose out of the nearly 700 students. So these two are very special. We have one boy, one girl chosen throughout the entire school. So the first one we have is Mr. Braden Rasmussen. Great job. And our next specialist student of the month is Miss Cadence Trudell. Acknowledge 3 staff members. This is something new that we started this year. Keep them up here with our staff, Miss Newman. This time so our staff, can feel a little bit more like they're part of the kids. So our staff, we have decided this year is we have a box in the office where any staff member, parents, students can put a shout out for a staff member that is showing cares or going above and beyond at school each day. So then we randomly draw 3 names out of the bucket each month to give a little shout out to these staff members. So if these staff members could just come on up, you can get your picture taken this month with the kids. All right, we have Mrs. Whitaker, who is she built a heart or a love of physical education in students every day. And boys and girls, Mrs. Whitaker is actually gone for the day. She is at state volleyball, wishing our team was with her, but she couldn't. Next up we have Mr. Rody. Not just the art room. He's definitely here for kids. And last but not least, this next teacher, she was nominated because she always has a smile on her face every day at school. Miss Jill Duratz. Come on up, Miss Jill.
Some of the things we saw this month was you guys were listening to each other without interrupting. You were encouraging each other to join in. You were willing to accept ideas from others. You show respect and you take responsibility for the things you need to do. Now, I would like to introduce you to Mr. Alex Owens. He's a 4th grader and he has worked very hard on a speech and a video to help explain our next character trait for November.
Hi. Hi, my name is Alex. And I am in Miss Kriegel's 4th grade class. I am here to tell you about acceptance. Miss Jacobs and I came up with this idea together. I went to Miss Jacobs with this video in my head and she asked which character trait it would show the best. I said acceptance. So Miss Jacobs and I thought it was a good idea to use this song to help you understand acceptance. I have a couple friends with me to help. My friends are Evelyn from Mr. Mulholland, Piper from Miss Newell, and Kylie from Miss Kriegel. Miss Kriegel, this goes out to you. what? It shouldn't matter because everyone is talented and good at something. And we should accept each other for that talent. So if you see someone who is playing alone, sitting alone, or even using the buddy bench, use your cares and invite them to play with you. That's how you accept people for who they are. Now, here's Lego Man.
Hello, boys and girls, parents and grandparents. Once again, it's Lego Man. Everything here at St. Croix Central Elementary is awesome. We just came through a run of cooperation. I was fortunate to be able to pass the Lego trophy to 4 different classes here at St. Croix Central Elementary for cooperation. They earned it. Now we're transitioning over to one of my favorite characteristics in the CARES package, and that's acceptance. Acceptance, as they demonstrated in their skit, is to accept everyone, no matter what they're like, the color of their skin, their religion, their speech, whatever language they speak, and whatever size they are. We're to accept them. I've got 2 types of acceptance. First off, I'm talking about people who should love each other for who they are. Back when I was a little Lego, Mama Lego taught me that she always said, don't judge a book by its cover. And I didn't know what she meant at the time, but after a while, my brother Duplo and I found out. My brother Duplo was a lot bigger than the rest of us Legos. And so he was made fun of at school or on the block. And eventually the kids got to know that he was kind-hearted and a lot of fun. And he had great ideas for playing games and making up games. So eventually he became the most popular Lego on the block. So that's what you guys need to realize, that everybody is different, okay? And love them for what they have in their heart. Also, I would like to say that here at St. Croix Central Elementary, we have a program that says no student is left behind. And that's awesome. I want to give a shout out to all our teachers and our support staff who supports that program and gives the kids that are a little slower learning in the classroom extra help so they can keep up with their class. Okay? Also, not everyone, as I said, not everyone's the same. Some kids have talent in other things, such as music, art, science, and athletics. So I want to give a shout out to our art teacher, our music teacher, and our science teacher here at St. Croix Central Elementary for all the hard work and things they bring out in the kids that aren't done right in the classroom. Also, our FIAD teacher, as Mindy isn't here today, but Mindy and Brenda work hard to make sure that everybody participates in athletics. Here, I've seen it here in the gym, old gyms, where the kids all participate and learn agility and conditioning. And they aren't all great athletes, but they learn and get better as the year goes by, thanks to those 2 teachers. Okay, so remember, all people have their own special talents, and you need to worship or respect them for their talents. Now, the second part of acceptance is accepting things that happen in your life. Remember that every day you're faced with some difficult situation, whether it be in the classroom or in life. You need to learn to accept them, learn from them, and grow and be strengthened because of them. For example, if you have problems with something and you need help with it, go see your teacher or principal and they can help you through that problem. Another example of accepting things, we just came through a World Series. I was happy the Astros beat the Dodgers, but the Dodgers lost, and their fans and the Dodger players had to accept the loss. That's just one thing about life. You have to learn to accept things that aren't always attractive or easy for you to accept. You have to learn and strengthen yourself because of it. Take it into the next year and they'll probably be better and be back in the World Series. Another thing I want to point out sports-wise is our cross-country team and our volleyball team just came through some hard loss last weekend. But they have to look forward and say we had an awesome season. And they did. They won a lot of games. So therefore, they're going to learn from that, strengthen themselves, and come back even better next year. So let's go into this new month of acceptance, and I'll be looking for some classrooms to give the acceptance trophy out to. Thank you and have a good month.
For showing your cares and being respectful as our friends came up here and Mrs. Clay talked, and a special thank you to Alex and his friends for helping us out. Have a great weekend and turn your eyes to your teacher and I'll let you know where you should go. Thank you.